Then 750. Yes.
I can see your Discord.
Oh.
uh,
Boop, boop, boop. It's not a big deal. It's just Discord.
whoops. Oops.
No, there was no channels there, and there were no big black daggers. I think we're gonna make it. I think this little slip will get past the censors. All right, but first, guys, you guys are all owed a raffle. I apologize for the downtime. We will make it up by, I don't know, talking more.
Oh, talking something we can do. We sort of stopped with that Percival patch 6 thing. And we were wondering about the excessive blood splatter and some of the other fixes, but in total, I feel like this patch was just it had one curious note though. That sort of goes with a theme that I find confusing. First, it says the fire artillery is no longer automatically unlocked and must now be unlocked through fire staff usage. And the cooldown for protection of nature reverted to 15 seconds as intended, was accidentally changed to 20 seconds with patch 5.
Okay.
Oh, and there's one about the taunt. Taunt now applies the PvP debuff only against players as intended.
Ah, so it's not just shrekking the PvE as unintended.
Yeah. When I see this, I was like, wait, who wrote these patch notes last week? We have like 15 things that were supposed to go live on Wednesday, and like the healing thing.
I do like the new visual effects have been added for the haste spell to replace the massive pink blocks of, I don't know, spikiness.
I feel like we have to give some shout outs to the Q&A team. Maybe they are on holiday or something. But apparently they're back, so that's good to see.
I'm glad they're back. I believe fall is starting soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So no more vacations for Germans, correct? Oh crap! Oktoberfest. The entire month of September, you guys don't work.
Because we're drunk all the time?
Well, I don't understand why you celebrate Oktoberfest in September. It's never made any sense to me. You just all start getting drunk at the end of September.
No. That's not how it works, Shozen. The next good big holiday, I think, is on Christmas.
Okay. All right.
So we should get some good Albion dev time out of the next month, unless Robin went to the Oktoberfest, as you said, and got himself a booth or something.
We've gotten a booth for the entire month of September to celebrate Oktoberfest. You know, that's where you guys get it. It's not an SBI thing. It's a German thing. Now I get the wandering mobs.
Oh, okay. Wow. What? Let's talk about leaks, Shozen, taking leaks and but not because of beer, but actual leaks on Reddit.
Oh, there were leaks on Reddit. So we had some leaks on Reddit. Let's talk about some leaks. All right. What do you got for me, Bogul? I'm ready. I got.
Yes, click the notes and show the image.
There's notes and an image. Nope, that's from September 3rd. Oh, a leak. Ooh, oh yes, this leak on Reddit. This is an actual leak.
Apparently, somebody was sneaky and posted an image of what appears to be the occult cougar. Yeah, that looks like it's the new Adventurous Challenge mount? Skin?
Adventurous Challenge? Okay, all right. I like it. I will have to.
I don't know. But,
that looks really cool. So if you get that for an adventure challenge, I'm down for it. I mean, I know we're getting something special for October. We are it's been mentioned a number of times by the community team that they are doing something for the Halloween season. It's our holiday. It's more important to us than Festivus, Fustag. What do we celebrate?
What are
What's
you
the
talking
what's the winter holiday that we celebrate here in Albion?
We don't celebrate winter holiday.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yes. Oh my God.
Yes, I know. Oh God. Yes. That one. We will find out.
We'll find
Yes.
out.
Where did we go with this show? Then we just
Because I
ended up.
didn't know if this was gonna be the Halloween one. Like this looks kind of Halloweeny, right?
Oh
Halloweeny.
no, I get what you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually asked Elsa about this, and I was like, "Hey, this is on Reddit. Can we show it on the show?" And Elsa said, "Well, how about I get you a better picture on Monday, and tell you what it is on Monday."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you said,
Shout out to Elsa. Send me that picture on Monday, then we show it again.
I believe Bogul said, "Hey, can I show this one anyway? Can we do both?" And Elsa didn't reply, so Bogul was like, "I take that as a yes."
Well, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting our scoops this way.
Yes. So, okay, we have that. I think it's going to be the Adventurous Challenge, but
Okay.
you have a good point with your Halloween festivities that might be coming up. I didn't even think about that. Could be totally different as well. We will get the information for you on Monday. Let's see, what is Monday? Monday is the 30th. So that's probably, that's the end of the month. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday.
But let's talk about the map show then.
I have to open the game to talk about the map, but you can start talking about it while I do that jazz over in the corner. If you don't remember, my computer just restarted so that we could get this stream back up and running.
Sure. We have the Invasion Day coming up on this weekend. We asked you to prepare yourselves well, and we wanted to do a little bit of a look at the map to give everybody a sort of pre-Invasion Day, what's the word? Look at the whole thing.
Yeah, we're going to look at the... So we like to take a look at the map before Invasion Day as the week leads up to Invasion Day so we can get an idea of what happened on Invasion Day, have something to compare it. And today we're also going to compare back to the beginning of the month when we had, the very beginnings of this map for Invasion Day. So we'll talk about who won what and that kind of jazz. But, yeah, this is on Wednesday because I believe on Friday, the day I normally would do this, we're going to have another interview. That's the plan anyway. So instead of just skipping it, I wanted to move it back a few days. And it also gives us something to do on a Wednesday. A Flex Wednesday. A Flex Day. Or what did we call it? Wacky Wednesday? Or no, you said...
Whatever Wednesday, I think
whatever.
is the current working title.
That's the working title.
We need something better, yeah.
Whatever. I have to pull this raffle. Yeah. Seafoam. Ollie.
How do we do this? Do we just go continent by continent? How about that?
Well, first I have to pull this bigger raffle. Somebody was owed one because they stuck around. Aoni. I think that's how you say that one.
Aioli, like the dip. Yes.
No, there's no L's in that. It's AONIII.
Yeah, aioli.
There's no L's, and there's an N.
How about we talk about Mercia instead?
No. Okay. All right, we're gonna go talk about Mercia instead of this person's name that we cannot pronounce, and we will get right to what happened last Invasion Day. And what happened was nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened last Invasion Day because Mercia went completely unchallenged, and Oops went in and took it. Just took it. Just took pretty much everything in the EU. There was nothing that they didn't take in the EU. They just came in and took it. Right now, if you look at the map, it's not that different in the EU. Yes, there are some castle outposts that belong to the Big Daddy Alliance, but that's not a territory. That's not one with GVGs. Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. And however, the NA, during the invasion day, we did have at least 2 territories. I believe Petrosant, Sump, and what was it? I want to say it was Gangrene or Degenerate, but not sure. I think it was Degenerate. Over there in the corner, just a few towers didn't go the way of Oops, but everything else did. Now, since then, there's been a lot of work by the boys in Big Daddy to gain some of that back. They had 1 PG join them, and that's a bunch of territories that, you know, added on to Daddy. And then Daddy itself kind of worked its way. The old June team worked its way in through Taproot Glen and Darkroot Hollow, trying to make its way down to Heart of the Forest. Really worked their way in. It's been impressive. Sunlit, of course, is the conflict territory, so that is X Squad. But everything else, it's been a really good job by June to work their way in. Now, the question is, Bogul, when we see Mercia on Monday, will it look like this again?
I don't know. I think so, yes. I'm usually pretty cautious with predictions, but based on June's performance in the last week and a half, I would almost go as far and say yes.
Okay. I would not be surprised to see a bunch of yellow in the north again. I think that is going to happen. I expect to see some yellow in the south as well, as I do think there's going to be a contest for Mercia during both phases of the day, because I actually think that Squad is going to go in and fight for it. I think they're actually going to fight for it. Hold on, I have to acknowledge something that was in chat right now. Robin Hooders, a key member of the Squad ZVZ team, is saying that he's going to be on holiday. And to that I say, take your cue from Sucks and get down to the lobby, plug your ass in, and be there for Invasion Day. It's not that hard. The guy was on a beach in Mexico, found a way to be there for Invasion. I think you can do it. Weak ass betas. All right, so we have Cumbria, which went straight to Oops as well on Invasion Day. They did a lot of work. Now, we had seen Skuzkabel's alliance. It had done some work, but they went and joined Daddy. And they are now back in Daddy. And as part of Daddy, Daddy now controls a good section of the northern Cumbria. Now, let's be clear. June itself had worked its way into northeastern Cumbria. This corner here, Alderwood, Hazelwood, Sapwood. This is relatively new because they had taken CIR's home plot, and since then have worked their way out as this is like their new position of power where they can work both against Cumbria and towards Mercia, and we did see that in the last month, and it's been impressive. This last week, when the size of Daddy swelled to Big Daddy proportions, we're talking like 7K members here, they have been able to make serious inroads on the points of Money Guild, and it looks like what was a complete snoozer of a season is going to actually have some competition towards the last 2 weeks. I think the last 2 weeks are going to be close, and we will see some real battles when these double points occur for who wins in the last 2 weeks. And it's going to be the first time, I think, in a long time that during the last 2 weeks of the season, we see two forces really vying for first place. There's going to be an actual fight for it. Now, that does mean that places 3 through 8th are probably going to be a snooze fest, as the only members who aren't of Big Daddy in that are probably going to be Phrasing, who is not doing bad itself. Now, we have to go all the way over to Anglia, to the very eastern edge of Anglia, to get the start of this bunk bed gang. What are they, Saucy? Sauce
Alliance. Yes.
Sauce Alliance. They did some good stuff on Invasion Day. They were everywhere. And not only did they do a great job in Anglia, but when you go up and look at Siluria, this is just ridiculous. Siluria had been one of the most hotly contested continents. It was just, there were little groups everywhere taking towers, and it was just a very boop, 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 plopping up everywhere. This is where we saw the frogs. This is where, we saw, McDonald's come out of. We saw some new guilds arise out of this area in the past, or new prominent guilds arise out of this area in the past. But right now, because of just the slurpy slurp action of the bunk bed gang here, it's just,
they took everything.
That's domination. That's domination. That's when you go like this, and there are no other flags. Like, I'm looking at my screen as far back as I can and still see the flags, and all I see in Siluria is... I'm sorry, this is Glauvia. Am I saying Siluria this whole time when it's Glauvia?
I think it's Glauvia, yeah.
Yeah, it's Glauvia.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, so I'm zoomed out as far as I can in Glauvia, and that's just all slurp. Just slurp. It's scary. Like, they've done work. I mean, yes, you expect that from June and Daddy, because they're 7,000 players. I mean, the only alliance that's bigger than them is the massive 10K alliance that is... This is crazy. That is the Arch Nons. And they have less. Now, I do... Oh, is it... They're not Slurp, they're Sauce. Fuck. Can you guys just keep... Can you keep some names? Like... For one... Like, I haven't even gotten to the issue with Mount yet, which is now called... What are they? What is Mount's new name? IHOP? These guys are ridiculous. It's...
Phono.
Frog 1, number 1. Okay, Phono. Frog 1 no longer exists, but they're number 1. They're great. Just... I still think IHOP's a better name for them. I think I'm just going to start calling them IHOP just to see how emotional he gets. But Arch did work on Invasion, took it, and for the most part, other than 2 territories that they lost to Money Guild early on, they've done great. They've done a good defense. They've had some amazing Torrid Trow like battles. It's just been a constant battle. I bet you if I go there right now, hold on, let's see what happens. I'm gonna portal over to it right now. Let's see. Is there a blob? Oh my God, guys! Guys, there's no blob in Torrid. Now's the time! Invade! Invade!
Just as you teleport in there, this poor dude naked on his ox trying to go somewhere. Wow.
But no, I think Arch is going to do very similar to what we saw. We're just going to see, I don't know, the same thing. They're going to take their area. It's going to be full of dudes. Nobody is going to have any shot at, like, getting people in there. They're just going to be zone capped around the territory for the 8 hours before Invasion.
Wow. That's your prediction for Arch?
Maybe 4 hours. Maybe 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
Apparently there are castles going on now, which is castle time. I mean, we could go watch those, but I think people would probably get a little salty with no, fuck it. Let's go see what Fun Stealer is doing. So, Fun Stealer, are you doing a castle? He's going to tell me. Let's go find out. Yeah, let's see what... Oh, never mind. He's not on. Damn it, we're going to go sending ourselves around the world. It's going to be fun. But I'm going to open another raffle right now. Back to the standard 750s. Because we did do that other one. Bogul, who else do we need to talk about right now? As we've been kind of...
I mean, we talked about Mercia being split between June and Oops. We sort of talked about the north of Glavia being all red colored as well. We talked about Archganistan. We talked about Arch. We see Siluria being mostly dominated by June, as well as the far east of Glavia as well. I guess the stuff that's left for us to talk about is
Daylight savings
a
time.
little bit of Anglia and a little bit of
Oh yeah, we
Cumbria.
we did well. I think we got Cumbria, but we did fail to mention
Sure.
two people. The previous alliance known as Mount, now known as Phono, did a pretty good job. They have Zorn with them, as well as the Broke Boys, a couple other German guilds. Not bad. They've actually done some work. I'm actually very surprised by how well Zorn has done and its return. Now we're going to talk about something that's still sad, and it makes me sad every time I look at it. Every time. Ego still exists. No, I'm sorry.
What?
No, Ego has shrunk down. It's now like this tiny little section. It's like about the same size as Afghanistan, and it's, I don't know. I feel bad how they cracked and stuff, but it was such an interesting story that had such fun drama around the Torthur, saying that he was going to get all his boys to go, and then they were going to join as a giant group, and then the day later he was on the Albion News 24 saying no, we're still here.
But they still have this big area, so
Well, it's pretty big, yeah. No, but let's remember, Ego, 2 months ago, controlled this. Like, for those who aren't looking, that's all of Anglia and Glavia. They don't anymore. They had the contingent split. They had the June split. They had the U12 situation. They have split and fractured now, I think, 4 different times. And just the fact that they are this big and still together and doing anything is kind of impressive. So I kind of wanted to, give them a little bit of credit. Now, I'm hearing that they're no longer Ego. Did they go ahead and change their name again? I will.
Let me do some research.
Yeah, you do some research. And I'm going to talk about NASA. Not another super alliance. The KFC alliance. I don't know. The crispy special recipe that kind of like still manages to hold Southern Anglia and always manages to show up and bang on Invasion Day. And I really like seeing them on Invasion Day. KFC is one of the long-time guilds in this game. I love that they remain outside of the Super Alliance game right now. And they're just good. They're just good. I mean, they're not one of the top tier like guilds. Like, they're not one of the top 3. But they're always consistent. In a lot of ways, they remind me of Conflict. And that does come right after Robin Hood said, NASA does nothing, though. Remember Conflict? There were a couple times when Conflict didn't do anything. Remember Phrasing? People say Phrasing didn't do anything. But now look at these guys. They're doing well. It's the consistently competitive and active in their own, like, realm. They're doing what they need to do.
I think KFC in the last
content.
2 weeks had one of the highest weekly point amounts.
Yeah.
Excluding Manigal in June, obviously, but they had, I think, 19K or something. So they are pretty active. So discounting them is not a thing, and they've been climbing recently. I think they're also going for not just 10th but higher place as well.
I would not be surprised if, with the current situation where everybody is pushing June and Money Guild, I think that KFC has a real legit shot of getting in there and being in the top 5. I mean, because the ones that they're going to be facing are going to be your aggressors, who I don't think are going to be handing over too many of their points. You're going to see the Phrasing. It's not going to give up its points. They're not part of this. They're doing their own thing. But I think you could see them kind of work their way in now. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. And just one thing that you asked earlier, if Ego changed their name. No, they didn't. It's still the same.
Okay. Maybe they have a slightly smaller ego now.
Well, they apparently still do have one. So
they do have an ego. Good. And I think that's it for everything that we have going on here. I think we talked about everybody. I mean, we didn't get into too much depth about all the different guilds that joined the June Big Daddy Alliance, but we've talked about that so many times, and we will keep talking about it until this season is over, because this Money Guild June rivalry is going to be very, very, very interesting. Oh. Looks like Blue Army's ready to get ready for some castles or something, because there's a bunch of them on this island. Sorry for showing it off. Didn't mean to.
Whoops. So let's go into the final predictions then for what we think is going to happen on reset day before we switch over and wait for Lupac then.
Sorry, I missed that. I was reading chat. What did you say about reset day?
Predictions, Shozen.
Oh, I gave my predictions. My predictions. Sorry. Predictions are the big one is I think we're gonna see a challenge for Mercia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everybody just busy with Mercia, and then whatever falls out on the back just gets claimed by randoms, or?
No. I think we're gonna see the same people who are competing. And have over the last few months still compete. I do think we'll see some randoms in, and I think it's going to be in the same areas we've always seen up in Siluria and Glauvia. I think Siluria is going to be a good shot for a random to get a couple of towers right now, because I do believe like you'll see June and the other daddy alliances fighting more for Cumbria and Mercia. But I think, we're going to see a huge play once again, by the bunk bed gang. They're pretty saucy, and they're going to probably cover the world in, I don't know. How do they get sauce from bunk bed gang? I keep trying to figure out where this, like...
I don't know either. I just accept it as one of these things in Albion that not necessarily makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like today's show got totally ruined by that disconnecting thing.
It happens, but we still had an interesting conversation. I think we still got to talk about everything. I think people got at least a little entertained. And if they stick around for a few moments, they'll be able to get involved in another raffle. Because I'm about to pull 2 750 codes. Then we're going to go away for a little while. Come back, do maybe 5-10 minutes of overtime right before we get into the Crystal Realm GVGs. This actually became quite a long show if you think about it. But I think we're at 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, well, we can cut half of that and then... Oh, we're still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Well, then we just keep it in. We'll just do it live. Whatever.
Yeah, we're going full Bill O'Reilly today. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, Lone Wolf, I'll cover that in the overtime. But right now, I'm going to pull these raffles and we're going to get out of here. You guys can, let's see, check us out. Monday through Friday, 18 UTC. Twitch.tv/Albion Online. And let's see, SoundCloud.com/ Albion TV. And then YouTube, also Albion TV. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you can find us. I'm getting messages in 3 different locations from people right now. Apparently something's going on. I think I have to check this out. Where is he hit? He's hit me from everywhere. Hold on. We have something going on. I might have to show this. But first, you know what? Oh.
What?
Oh, I see what this is. My man Wales just wanted me to know that there was an update on the great Marvin. He came back to the game recently. Now, I believe he was here yesterday, but he has already lost 3 GVGs, the Bleakmore War Camp, the Retail, and the Counter, just today. So, keep strong, man. Keep strong. People are reporting your actions, and they want you to know. So you heard it here first. All right, we'll be back in like 2. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep it classy, Albion.